Flare 7 Days to Die with Silverblade.
Damn it, son of a... Ouch.
You must remember to,
88 miles per hour!
Don't you feel foolish?
Greetings, minions, aquanauts, and fellow gamers. This is Silverblade playing Subnautica, and this is episode 16. And I really hadn't done too much off camera, but I did gather up a bunch of my resources here, made some glass, pretty much about it. So we got a fabricator on the Cyclops. Great. I think what I'll do, because Sid Charlie had asked about this, or wondered about this in the comments, and I'll demonstrate this just to make it clear. And mind you, this is before I put the corridor, completed corridor through there. So this is the main room, and this is where I store, fabricate, get first aid, stuff like that. Got the battery chargers, the power cell chargers, mod station, water filtration. This is the main room. Eventually I will be putting in a means to get upstairs. I might have to reconfigure something around here, but yeah, I'll have rooms up above for additional storage, and then the top floor, if I can make a top floor, will be an observation bubble and just kind of like a living quarters type of thing. So we come in through here. That way is the what I call the biology labs. It's just basically a farm for food with Reginald's, and in the room beyond, it's a room with air sacs for water. So that's all renewable resource. Don't have to go out and hunt it. Don't have to use power really to keep it running. And there's that. Now over here is a reactor. This is a bioreactor. And as you can see, I got some peepers cooking off in there now, but I have some room for bigger creatures, and I'll show you what I have for those. So I'll go up the ladder, and we have a tank room with all sorts of ugliness. As long as I have 2 of each creature, it'll constantly regenerate. So we got sand shark. Oh, I don't have room in my inventory for them. Sea retard, jelly, and a Bruce, as I call them. For those of you guys that haven't been watching, I call the stalkers Bruce. Marbox gets the inside joke on that one. But I just take these, the excess ones anyway, and use them for the bioreactor. And the room above is just the extension of this tank. So there's that. Now eventually I will expand out, possibly out that way, or maybe that way. Depends on where it's shallower. And put in a nuclear reactor when I have all the materials together for that. And that'll provide pretty much all the power I'll ever need. And of course this here is the moon pool. There's the upgrade station for that, as you can see. And then I have a storage thing here for the excess upgrades. In this particular instance, it's the upgrade for the hull reinforcement. I don't really need it right now. I have the pressure upgrade so the Seamoth can go deeper. I also have the upgrade where it can charge by solar power. Essentially, as long as it's daylight out, the Seamoth will recharge itself. I have the well, I can name them specifically this way. I have let's see, I have the Seamoth solar charger, the pressure compensator, the Seamoth perimeter defense system, so I can give those nasty fish a good shock. And let's see, what was the other one? Oh, the storage module, so I can store extra space in it if I need to. Now eventually I might end up taking that one out, because I'll be using the Cyclops or the Jabberwock for storage. But yeah, that's kind of the method to that kind of madness. So to give you a better detail of the biology area, food, and of course the tank is extended up. Water, tank extended up, and then in a hover peeper. And in here is kind of like excess, but it's mainly for creepvine and the seed clusters for the fiber cloth material, fiber mesh material, as well as for like lubricant and silicone. So I'll have a renewable resource of those materials just from this tank alone. So that way I don't have to go out and hunt for it every time. You know, I do have to hunt a lot for titanium, quartz, and silver, and that kind of stuff. And then of course the filtration machine, which provides quite a bit of salt and big filtered water. Unfortunately, it consumes energy to do it. Even though right now I'm at maximum power, it'll use energy when it's in use. There we go. So now we'll go over here to Cyclops, because I have a special little project I want to. It's nothing super, but
all systems online.
That's just creepy cool. So yeah, we have the fabricator in now. What I want to do here is construct a wall locker, which I will put. Let's see. Here's the thing: because of it's such a cramped space, can't really dedicate one thing over in here. I kind of don't want to go across the room for it. So what I'll do is I'll try to get this placed up in here and not get in the way of the fabricator. Let's see how that works. Oh, oops. Okay, so standing here, I can get the fabricator and the wall locker. Excellent. So I'm going to put all the salt up in here. Now, next thing I'll end up doing is I'll put like half salt and then half coral samples, so I can generate water if I need to. I can also get air sacs as well, but yeah, this is just primarily for water creation. So we'll just put water. I can't add more. So okay, we'll just do it like this then, since it has to be so difficult. Water stuff. Alright, so in here, 2 titanium quartz, yeah, we'll put... Now, with the placement of things, I wish there was a snap to, like, grid of sorts. But no such luck. Kind of have to have it directly in front of you to get it centered right. There we go. Close enough. So this here will be excess storage, mainly because I'll be up in the bridge section or coming up from the bubble sub. I can put stuff right in here. I'm close to the fabricator, so I can, you know, if I have to fabricate something on the fly, it'll be all right there. Boom. Manufactured. Now I also have the storage area down below. That I'm going to turn more into like water containment and you know, the really essential stuff, but up here for manufacturing purposes. Let's see, can I build another one? I need one more titanium. Okay, that's not too big of a deal though. But yeah, if I could fit another one in there, excellent. Now let's see, titanium glass. Let's see, can I put this in? Yeah, I can put it in here. Sweet. I can not put it up here, but I can put this in here as well. So if I want, I can fill up a couple of aquariums with Reginald's, and they'll have food and water or food and water, like food on one side and air sacs and another tank on the other. So I have portable food and water wherever I go. Bit noisy in here, but here's the power cells that power the mighty Jabberwock. But we can now, from what Shauna tells me in comments, if you put a power cell charger in the Cyclops, the ship produces energy for the power cell charger. It'll charge up faster than the actual drain on the cells being used by the Cyclops. So what I'm getting out of this, if I could be wrong, is that if you put power cell chargers in here and have them filled up while the ship's operating, it'll charge up the batteries and you can just constantly rotate them in and out. And in which case, let's see how many we got here. We got 3 here and I think 3 on the other side. So if I built 3 power cell chargers, say like along the wall here, and just run the boat normal operations, it'll charge up the power cells so that when the Cyclops runs out of juice, or is close to it anyway, I could just hot swap the cells and just have a continuous power supply. I would imagine that that's kind of game breaking in a way, and maybe in a future update they might correct that, but you know, you didn't hear that from me, developers. Leave that in. Alright, so I would need to get some stuff for that. Also, if you get the lantern tree fruit, I think it is, this is a suggestion from Shauna, and you put in a exterior grow bed, you can plant them in here and have food that way as well. For me, it seems like it'd be a little easier just to do it with the aquarium and fish tanks. I don't know if the aquarium, well, self-sustaining aquatic habitat, but I don't know if that means that they'll reproduce and keep the tank full. If you have multiple, like 2 in there, they create a baby and then inbreed like crazy. I don't know about that. So anyways, what I want to do is go and get more resources like silver and titanium, quartz, and all that stuff. And I want to explore a whole new area, or not so much a whole new area, but more areas of the planet. So we will go north. Don't go north all that often, but we're going to do that now. So we got Kelp Forest here. I don't want to get down too low. Yeah, we got collision warnings. Alright, something just went bump in the night. It's probably those seed clusters. Alright, so we'll just stay up near the surface until we're out of this area. Unfortunately, it's nighttime, so it's not conducive to seeing where the hell we're at. Okay, so we're in a red kelp. Oh, what the Alright, let's look at the cameras and see what's going on here. Did they smack my butt? I might have ran aground a little bit. Alright. Okay, so we're out of the warning zone on that. Lots of sand sharks here. Okay, we're in a spot here where I think it might be safe to go out in the bubble sub. Now I want to go and get some water. So, let's see, what did I store? I think I stored the bottles in here. Indeed I did. Alright, that should be good. We'll take this up top. Let's see, did I store anything else? I think I just water. In there, and in there, so we'll take these out and store them in now. And then we'll take the quartz and put that in here. I think we're good now. Went the wrong way. Okay. Let's get in the bubble sub and try to find some more silver.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, we got some salt here. Okay, it doesn't glow in the night like quartz does. Looks like a rock right there. And got some gold. Wasn't what I was hoping for, but you know, you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Here, Sharky. These rocks are bald spots. Well, you know what? I think this fish has got an attitude. Eat it, fish. Okay. Alright, there's definitely a rock right there. And an egg. Okay, maybe... Oh, there it is. Derp. Reef shark. Or sand shark. Whatever. What do we got here? Oh, it's salt. Okay. Don't really need the salt as much. Oops. And bald spot. These little sons of bitches are getting a bit of a tood here. Let's give them an attitude adjustment, shall we? Yeah. Eat it, turkey. I just had a mosquito climb up my nose. Great. Up my nose with a mosquito-sized hose, right? I could have swore there was a rock in here. Damn it all. See, it looks like one right there at the crosshairs, but it's a bald spot. Okay, that's gotta be a rock there, not a bald spot, right? Yay, silver ore. Welcome aboard, Captain. You're welcome. Things awkward people say. Alright, what is in here? I think I might have been in here before. It's hard to keep track sometimes. Come on. Light up my life here. Okay, that was kind of pointless. Oh crap. Huh. I was really hoping to find some useful around here. Alright, back to the bubble sub ASAP. Okay. Maybe if we go a little deeper, we'll find something easier to spot out and make use of. Oh, there's an egg there. Don't. What do we got here? Creature egg. Okay. Something for the collection. Hello, Mr. Jelly Thing. Oh man, just to find some stupid silver. That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. Going back. Oh shit. Okay. I don't think they're called nightmares, but that's what I'm calling them. Alright, that's some free titanium right there. Okay. It's getting a little bit laggy. Oh, we got some stone. Yeah, that's definitely a stone, right? Yep. Looked like it has some dimension to it. Limestone. Shit. Not what I wanted. Alright, let's head back to the Cyclops, or the Jabberwock. Okay, there's something right there. That's salt. Alright.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Sweet. Alright, so let's store what we've picked up here, if we picked up much. Creature egg, unidentified. It'd be nice if it was a reefback, but I think it's probably a jelly. We'll refine that down. Alright, store this away. Okay, so let's go further north. See what we can find, huh? Alright, some more debris down here. So let's grab some of that, I guess. If I can get through here without lagging out so much. Alright, there's some more salt. We can kind of grab that, I guess. God knows there's plenty of salt around. Fortunately, not enough silver. Not enough me. Alright, I see you, Sand Shark. You mind your own and I'll leave you be. Oh, you little prick. Come get some. Yeah, that's what I thought. Bad fishy. Bad touch. Okie dokie. So let's go up top side and then we gotta refine that stuff down. So we gotta get at least 2 more silver, I think. I'll have to look at the requirements for making the power cell charger. Yeah, we gotta get copper wire computer chips. So I think it's copper wire is easy. Need silver, quartz, table coral sample. So I can build that. I just need some table coral. Let's see how much space. Okay. Finding it out here might not be as easy as it seems. So let's go for a quick cruise up to these. In the danger zone. Ah, oh no, that's not it. Coral shell plate, but it's not exactly what I want. Nothing. I don't see any lumps on these. Oh, that sucks. Excuse me, scooting through. Watching out for those worm things. Not in a good area for getting the coral stuff. Apparently. Ow! I saw him coming too. That's the damnedest thing of it all. I saw his shadow creeping up on me. Little jerk. And limestone, I'm gonna get that. This work? Green table coral. Well, if not, it'll definitely be added to a collection, I guess. Hopefully it'll work.
Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah. I should make it with time to spare. If I can actually get in. There we go. Alright. And without legging out.
Blood nutrient levels decreasing. Calorie intake recommended.
Translation, I need to eat. I got the coral sample. I need the silver and the quartz. So we got the quartz. We got the silver. And computer chip. Okay, so now, oops, let's see, we need this. I need 2 titanium, some glass, and copper wire. 2 titanium, glass, I think it's 1 copper ore for a wire. Let's see. Oh, it's 2. Okay, no problem. Okay, so now let's see. Power cell charger. So let's move these. Kind of like to keep a set of them together and not interrupting anything else. Let's see. And let's do it. And we'll do it. Okay, so that's working. And that's it for now. We can make 2 more, and it should charge up our power cells if we just swap them out and all. Alright, well that's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely had some painful moments there, and I have to get back to base to get some food, or at least go out and do some fishing. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. Like, dislike, comment either way. Keep it polite, keep it constructive. Share if you think it's worth sharing. You never know, it might help someone else out playing the game, or they might just get a good laugh. Win-win, right? Subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Twitter, as well as check out the links below, with my Twitter link below, to subscribe and check out my friends who also play Subnautica, as well as other games like 7 Days to Die and a variety of other good stuff. So that's in the description. Go check them out and let them know Silverblade sent you. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you later. Twitch. Now I need to go get a Big Mac.